Are the Raptors a better team without Kawhi Leonard? The Raptors have been on fire this season and have currently the best record in the NBA. Crushing wins over the Lakers and Warriors on back-to-back nights put the league on notice. What was more notable was the fact that they did it without Kawhi. The Raps have lost their past 2 games with Kawhi back in the lineup, which has seen many people asking the question, are the Raptors better without Kawhi? I mean, they score more points, their record is better, and if you check the comment section on Raptors highlights when they lose, you'll see comments like this. So are the Raptors better without Kawhi Leonard? Well, of course not. Anyone who says this is a prisoner of the moment and doesn't understand the nature of the NBA and how it works. As we all know, there's a regular season and then there's the playoffs. And the adage goes that in the playoffs, the game becomes less free-flowing and more half-court orientated. Thus, it becomes a little bit slower. Well, that is true, statistically, with an average drop per possession for teams playing in the regular season and the playoffs being nearly 3% for each team. So that's 3 possessions less for each team, which is 6 possessions less than an entire game. And that's on average. So think about it, that adds up. And you couple that in with no back-to-back games, players playing harder and coaches getting way more time to prepare for the same opponent 4 to 7 times, and it becomes clear as to why this happens. This added preparation allows teams to slow the game down and prevent easy buckets in transition. It also means that effectively each side becomes very, very familiar with the offensive sets that their opponents run and how to defend it. What this means is that playoff basketball comes down to execution over deception. This is the primary reason why star players get way more playing time in the playoffs and rotations become shorter. Your star players are simply more efficient and they make less mistakes and are better able to carry out the game plan. This is why isolation basketball in the playoffs is still so effective. So how does this relate to Kawhi? Well, come playoff time, all these factors will come to life. The game will slow down and the Raptors' free-flowing offense will be known to their playoff opponents, which means the luxury of Kawhi Leonard is going to be huge. He is by definition an efficient scorer, with a PER of over 25, which is a 3-point jump from his career average. He can generate his own shot at the rim, mid-range, and from 3-point line. Having a player of this caliber on your team is essential to playoff success. Kawhi is the perfect playoff player, and his style of play is perfectly suited to what is ahead. In my opinion, everyone's going to see his true value come April and maybe even June. Couple that in with his elite defense and he'll be worth his weight in gold. In the interim, I believe that Nick Nurse will figure out a way to fit Kawhi into the free-flowing offense he's created, while also giving him the space to operate in the ISO situation. Nick Nurse talks extensively about wanting to be unpredictable and hard to prepare for. Having his team able to run a more free-flowing style and a more playoff-oriented offense with Kawhi being the primary user will be huge for them come playoff time. The other thing to note is if you look at the teams that have won the NBA in the past 40 years, all of them, by the 2004 Pistons, have had a top 20 player all-time on their team. To win titles you need star power. The Raptors without Kawhi are simply a system regular season team but will never contend for a title. Kawhi gives them an outsider's chance of winning it all, which is why the Raptors traded from them in the first place. That is all I have for this video. What do you think? Is Kawhi going to make the Raptors better come playoff time? Let me know in the comments and don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. This channel is new but I plan to release multiple videos per week in 2019. I'm Darren from Hoopify, thanks for watching.